Hey there. Okay, well, we're going to try an experiment right now. As you know, I am in the surplus business, and one of the questions I get asked an awful lot is, where do I get my stuff? Well, it's from various sources, from businesses going under and overstock, and other surplus dealers going under. But a lot of it comes from estate cleanouts, basement cleanouts, garage cleanouts, and stuff like that, where I specialize in, well, engineers, the estates of engineers. And being that I'm in IBM land here, guess what? A lot of the hams work for IBM. And hams, as you know, well, they keep everything. And, unfortunately, hams become silent keys, and, well, someone's got to clean up. And that's a service I do. So I'm recently just about finished, actually, doing an estate of an IBM guy. I think he worked on larger 360s and probably into the larger mainframe lines of the 70s and 80s. Won't name names for privacy reasons, but, well, the family wants me to clean out the place, so I am indeed doing that. But let's look at some of the stuff I got. What you see is a bucket of crap. And this is some of the stuff that I swept out of the garage, basically. A lot of it was nicely sorted in the workshop. But yeah, this is stuff I got out of the garage, and let's sort it. I actually was just literally shoveling this stuff in, so I don't really kind of even know what's in here, other than stuff I can see in the surface. So, let's do an experiment and real time sort stuff and see what there is. Okay, I'm going to try and get my phone balanced up here so you can see. Make sure the cord doesn't get in the way. All right, let's start. Pretty simple how we're going to do this. Just look at the stuff. Okay, well, general radio pot. They're pretty nice, but however, this one is, you can see, it's pretty worn, but fairly nice GR escutcheon plate. That ought to clean up nicely. I'll save that. And what I do for typically sort it into several places, and I got some areas here where I'm going to put stuff. It's the stuff that I can deal with right away, and I can resell, clean up, and all that. Stuff I need to work on later, and then maybe stuff I'm going to keep, and then, of course, the stuff that's just garbage, because a lot of this is probably just going to be garbage. This is nice, clean upable material. Moving on. Power resistors. Oh, we do have a lamp here. Panel light. Missing the lens, but hey, you know, I've got a million of those. These actually sell well, even when they're used. I'll clip the wires up, clean it up. We've got resistors, and hey, you know, look at that. IBM. What a surprise. Taper pins. So yeah, this is old, probably early 60s stuff. Well, that's not necessarily IBM there, but you know, when they've got 6-digit numbers like this guy, 313887, and I wish I had a directory. I wish I had access to the database. Yeah, that's very most likely IBM. 1401, 7090 era stuff. But yeah, power resistors are always good things. If they're nice, good values, I'll sell them like that. And even if they're strange ones, well, that's nice, 100 ohm. It's always good to have nice round values. I also just make assortments of resistors. So good stuff. As you can see, also squirrel debris. Oh well, comes with the territory. Clean up for later. Assembly. More power resistors, yeah. The aluminum thing doesn't necessarily look IBM-y. Who knows what it is, but looks like some sort of load. Yeah, actually it does kind of look like a dummy load. Don't know the value of the resistors. In any case, aluminum's probably going to go to scrap. Save the resistors. You can see he was sleeping with the enemy. It sort of looks like an SMS card, but it's not. It's UNIVAC. This is a UNIVAC card. I don't know what it's from. I do know the key punches and a lot of the peripherals used cards of this form factor. Apparently you paid 50 cents for it at one point. We got another one here, which Oh, looks like the same board. Well, interesting. Go in the univac pile. Hunk of iron. Philco. It's got a Philco number, but honestly, scrap. It's the only transformers that really sell are ones that are like a known quantity. If it has like a UTC or Stancor or Triad catalog number, those are the ones to keep. All these house numbered ones, they're so hard to sell. You know, yeah, this one is a 32-8573 from Philco. If I really did a lot of research, I could find out what radio or TV this went with. I could probably get the specs. And then what? Sell it for $10? I'll spend a whole lot more time doing that. So unfortunately, transformers like this, they're scrap. Here's another transformer. No, what is this here? It says plate power transformer, but you know, once again, it's unused, but you can see it's fuzzy. The amount of time to actually spec it out. And yeah, you can obviously get the voltage ratings, but you can also sort of guess on the current ratings as you feel a transformer heating up and such like that. It's just not worth it. So yeah, this is what, 3-4 cents a pound, unfortunately. Yeah, busted tube. Obviously garbage. More power resistors. There's one of these little vector project modules. You put your stuff in here. Have the tube sticking out. Plug it into a tube socket. There were guys that were actually making ham radio upgrades. I forget the name of them, but they would plug into an existing socket on a ham radio, and the tube would stick out the top, but they'd be able to modify the circuit or fool around with the circuit or whatever without you actually having to get under the chassis. You could just pluck the tube out, put it on the top, and then pluck this in. What do we have? 3100 series military connector. That's it's a familiar pattern there. I don't know if you can see the pattern. Blue, so it's 50s or 60s era. The black ones are the World War II era ones. Yeah, this was the standard military style connector for aircraft, radar, radio stuff. Towards the end of World War II, mid to end, they were getting rid of all the weird connectors the military was using and standardized on these 3100 series. The sizes change, the patterns change. There are millions of different varieties. It's a nice connector. I've seen that pattern too. Garbage. I'm actually just going to stick the garbage to the side here. Yeah, like top of a gas lid. You know, it's scrap steel. That's all that is. But yeah, we got nice little thing for a neon bulb. And another one. See, there's an awful lot of garbage in here from the squirrels, because yeah, this garage was just out in the open. 1/4-inch phono jacks. Yeah, typically I'll just pile these into lots of 10 or whatever, just miscellaneous. Some of this stuff ends up at Hamfests, of course. And we're going to do this until battery dies or I run out of space here. So I'm going to kind of, obviously we're not going to do the whole bucket, but we'll paw around in there. See what we got. Well, nice inline tube, female tube plug. Those are good. These are good. Military crystal. Tube sockets. I always love tube sockets. 4-pinner. Yeah, that's a nice socket. Clean that up. Connector. Old Amphenol. I think this is called a 93. Used on Navy radars, World War II. And before coax kind of got standardized. Alright, like I said, we're gonna just paw in here. Got a lot of these things. Tough. Okay. Well, it's not terribly useful. It's a standard AC prong, but you know what? Chuck the inserts, keep the shell. The shell's the important stuff. Yeah, nice rheostat. Low ohms. Oh, it's got a big chip out of it. Yeah, it'll probably condemn it. I like things when they're nice and not chipped. So, yeah, that'll get dealt with appropriately. Yeah, big electromagnet of some sort. Solenoid. Yeah, transformer scrap. Here's a big thing. What is this? Consolidated Diesel Electric Corporation. Remote voltage relay. Well, don't know what I'll do with that. Ooh, it's got selenium. Yuck. Probably scrap. And yeah, with capacitors like... oh boy, look at that. You think this capacitor's leaky? Yeah, Tiny Chief. Cornell de Billier. Yeah, it's a lot of these capacitors are crap. Paper capacitors, they're crap. They weren't made to last this long, and especially semi-exposed to the elements. Oh, a little twist lock. These are kind of nice. Sometimes found on Genrad equipment, old test equipment. Always good to have. Yeah, I should be wearing gloves. More 4-pin sockets. This one's an unused one. Good. Lots more phonos. There's a thing. Early proto board, I guess. Let's try and get into the bottom of this. Yeah. Junky cardboard. Let's get rid of that. Oh, T34. Some strange sort of transformer. I don't know what that is, but yeah, probably garbage. You know, see, a lot of this stuff is interesting, but it's just not worth investing time in, especially since this is kind of my business. Nice. Switchcraft, early Switchcraft, 1/4 inch. Clean that up. Saleable. Some sort of wacky Amphenol connector. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Goes over there. And here's a large microphone connector, chassis mount, obviously. These things actually sell because there is, of course, a large business in vintage microphones. Big surprise, right? But yeah, a lot of nice. Nice jeweled green light. Takes a number 47. You can still buy them at the hardware store. Lots of lights. Some homemade thing. Might be a dummy load. Sheet copper wrapped around, soldered. Yeah, well, you know, it's kind of scrap now, isn't it? Sorry, guys. Yeah, I should be wearing gloves. Yeah, I know. Another General Radio. Big pot, 10K. Yeah, this is actually good because the large value. Oh, it's a little seat. Oh, it's okay. Well, hopefully it's still good. But these wire wound high value pots, and this is 10K. They are getting very, very difficult to find. And the problem is they're difficult to find good because what happens is, look, there's not much protection here. Something bumps it, breaks that tiny, tiny fine wire all around. And yeah, once the wire's broken, yeah, it's dead. Microphone parts. Ooh, thing in an envelope. What is it? Mystery little transformer. 50 ohm to 50 ohm. Looks like, or 60 ohm to 60 ohm. Oh, it looks like it was kind of ripped out of whatever it came from. Well, oh, and it's also severely smashed in. Garbage. Well, probably scrap steel. Here's a phone style resistor. Western Electric phone style resistor. A low patent number on that. Interesting. Nice, yet kind of grungy variable cap. These are always good. Of course, the problem is they are extremely fragile. Plate's getting bent, so I'm gonna have to clean this out and give it the ear test. I got my ear right up against the camera there. I don't hear any metal scraping on metal, which is good, because there are very few places that make these so-called bread slicer capacitors, although this is a fairly small one. Cardwell, I think, is still in business, and they were one of the originals. But yeah, these are always great for guys making crystal sets. So, good thing. Got an actual tube here. It is so corroded, I can't tell what it is. Garbage. Another envelope. Oh, transistors. We got transistors. 60s types. Oh, what a surprise. They're IBM transistors. Although maybe not made by IBM. 1962. That one's worn off markings, but I do see some of these do have the IBM markings. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Okay, these need investigation, because we like old transistors, don't we? All right, well, we're up to 16 minutes here. We may cut out pretty soon due to memory constraints and or power. But yeah, this is the type of stuff that I love doing. Going through some ore, high-grade ore of just stuff. In fact, let me bring you in closer here. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's a teletype table. You know, a Curious Mark style teletype table, which I really need to make go away. So if anyone in New York, Hudson Valley needs a teletype table, you know, for the reperf and all that kind of, oh, cord got in the way. Yeah, let me know. But yeah, let's move in here, see what we got. Oh, look at all that wonderful stuff. Ooh, surface mount 4-pin socket. That's nice. And yeah, some of this stuff will get pulled out, saved, and the loving toothbrush will we'll clean them up. And he's sleeping with other people here. This is CDC. This is controlled data. Although that's an interesting logo there. LEC? I will have to look that up. But this is definitely a CDC style card with a CDC number there, 8-digit number there. Yeah, this was, I think the 160, the little mini computer, used this style of cards and some of their peripherals too. This is interesting. I wonder if he was spying. Lots of capacitors. So yeah, another one of these guys, old 1/4 inch. Look at that, cast brass or cast bronze phono. Wow, pretty neat. That's probably pretty ancient. So anyway, this is kind of what I do for fun. Go through this, what a lot of people would call garbage. Here's a headset element. Navy, World War II. Hopefully that's good, because these are saleable. This is the type of stuff I go through. And, yeah, probably 80% of this is going into the garbage. 10% will be nicely cleaned up, and the other 10%, I don't know. Who knows? I'll keep a little bit. But, yeah, this is the type of stuff I do, and this is how I get my parts. So, all right, well, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like this or not. You know, this might be something better for live streaming, which I kind of want to do one of these days. Why not? Just set up the camera overhead, and God, you should have seen how this thing was propped. Surprised the camera didn't fall. Well, phone. Let me know what you think about going through this, just, shooting the crap and sorting stuff and all that. And I don't know. Yeah, like I said, probably be better for a live stream. So let me know. Hey, if you like this sort of content, yeah, subscribe, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And yes, I do have a Patreon account. And yeah, thank you from all my patrons. And of course, I forgot to bring the list. I don't think anything's changed from last month, but I may be mistaken on that. Hey, if there's anyone new at Patreon, any new patrons, hey, thanks a bunch. Yeah, I'll leave the link below. Okay, well, batteries probably, or space is just about ready to run out, so I shall talk to you later. Ooh, look at that good stuff. And look at all this crap in the back of my van. Yeah, this is some sort of SMS card fixture tester thing. I don't know. It's probably too beat up to save. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.